Stevia farming for beginners. Stevia is a shrub-like perennial plant which is used as a sugar substitute and in the treatment of some health conditions for years. This is also called as sweet leaf, sugar leaf, and honey leaf. The leaf of stevia plant is a source of zero-calorie sweetener and the sweetness of this plant more than a sugar. The cultivation of stevia plant is also introduced in India and this is picking up in a great way. This plant has the property of lowering blood sugar levels, hence this is considered to be a great plant for diabetic patients. Some of the health benefits of stevia plant are: stevia may lower blood sugar levels. It controls high blood pressure. It beats acne and dandruff. It helps in protecting teeth and gums. It may help in reducing indigestion and heartburn. It helps in reducing wrinkles and fine lines. It helps in weight loss and most of all, it helps in healing wounds faster. High-yielding improved varieties of stevia plant in India. In India, there are two most popular varieties of stevia plant developed for low care and high yielding. These varieties are best suitable for Indian climatic conditions and soils. MDS-14 and MDS-13 are the improved cultivars of stevia plant developed for high temperature and drought or low rainy regions. The climatic condition required for stevia plant growth is about 150 cm rainfall annually and prefer an average temperature of 30 degrees Celsius to 32 degrees Celsius for its best growth. High temperature above 45 degrees Celsius and nightly temperatures below 5 degrees Celsius will damage the crop. Soil requirement for stevia plant farming. Stevia plant grows best in well-drained, rich, red, and sandy loam soils. This plant prefers acidic to neutral soils with fine tilth. Soil pH range should be about 6.0 to 7.5 for the best growth and yield. In the case of poor soils, applying good organic matter and micronutrients would fetch a good yield of stevia. Land preparation spacing in stevia plant farming are: to break down the clods and make weed-free soil, the land should be harrowed and then plow. 2 to 3 plowings with a tractor or local or country plow would make the soil fine-tilled. Make sure the land is not susceptible to flooding and pudding. The raised beds should have 12 to 15 cm in height and 50 to 60 cm in width. Row to row distance should be 40 to 45 cm and plant to plant distance should be 30 cm. This calculation gives stevia plant density as 20,000 to 25,000 plants per 1 acre. Now, let's get into the most important part, that is propagation in stevia plant farming. In stevia plant farming, propagation is done by stem cuttings. The length of the stem should be about 15 cm and should get it from leaf axils of the current year's growth to have better yielding results. The best season for stevia propagation is from February to March. The cuttings will be ready for transplanting after 4 weeks of rooting. The best propagation season for planting stevia plant are February to March of the year. Manure and fertilizers in stevia plant farming. Stevia crop responds well to fertilizers and manures with lower nitrogen content. It is a good idea to have organic manures due to slow release of nitrogen. Adding farmyard manure, vermicompost, cow dung, or urine will be beneficial for better crop yield. The fertilizer dose of NPK is 28:113:113 kg per hectare is recommended for high yield of stevia crop. Irrigation in stevia plant farming. Irrigation can be carried out by traditional method or drip or micro sprinklers. However, using a drip irrigation system or micro sprinkler system is best for irrigating stevia crop. Frequent light irrigation should be carried out in hot summer months. In the winter or rainy season, this crop may not need frequent watering. Avoid excessive moisture level in the soil is not favorable for its growth. Weed control or intercultural operations of stevia. Usually, there are hardly or no pests and disease found in stevia crop. If any pest or disease noticed, spraying neem oil by diluting water is the best organic method. Removal of weeds should be done manually. Intercultural operations in stevia crop are easy for labor since the crop is grown on raised beds. Avoid the flowering of the plant, however, regular weeding at least 8 weeks interval should be carried out. Pest and disease in stevia. There are no pest and disease found in stevia crop. If anything noticed, spraying neem oil with diluted water would work just fine. Now, let's get into the most important topic, that is harvesting of stevia. Usually, stevia plants become ready for the first harvesting when they attain 40 to 60 cm in height or 4 to 5 months after planting. Therefore, harvesting can be carried out every 3 months for 3 years. The stevia plants should be cut just before flowering starts, as the sweetener in its leaf would be maximum at this time and also can get good quantity at this point of time. Harvesting can be done by plucking in small quantities or the whole plant leaving 15 cm above the base. The yield of stevia plant leaves. An average yield of 2,500 to 2,700 kg of dried stevia leaves per acre can be obtained with crop management practices and good variety. Post-harvesting is very important for a stevia plant. As a part of post-harvesting, stevia plant branches should be dried in shade for 2 days. Dried stevia leaves should be separated, thrashed into powder, and stored in containers. The bottom line of stevia plant farming is, as long as diabetic patient exists in this world, this plant crop can never go down. Excellent returns can be expected out of stevia cultivation. Some of the important tips for growing stevia plants are: growing stevia is easy in well-drained beds or large containers, and the leaves can be dried for winter use like any other herbs. Stevia grows best in warm conditions similar to those preferred by basil. Plants grown in warm climates will grow to 24-inch tall and wide. Where summer are cool, expect stevia plants to grow up to 16-inch. Grow 3 to 5 plants for a year supply of dried stevia leaves. Stevia can be started from seed indoors in late winter, but it's best to grow it from rooted cuttings. Germination of stevia seeds tends to be spotty, so keep seed-sown plants under bright lights until the weather warms in spring. Choose a well-drained site and set out the plants 2 feet apart after your last frost. Be sure to choose an accessible spot because you will need to gather stems often. Where summers are extremely hot, stevia benefits from sunlight afternoon shade. Elsewhere, grow stevia in full sun.